The localized story, an American physician's urgent warning. As a senior physician who has spent my life caring for older adults, I am begging you, please stop eating these 5 foods. They are silently destroying your eyes. Have you ever heard of someone who could see their grandchildren's faces perfectly one morning, and then just a few months later, could barely tell the difference between dawn and dusk? I have witnessed so many older folks, still sharp and healthy in every other way, whose vision just fades. Their eyes become tired, achy, and so sensitive to light that they stop going outside on a sunny day. The most heartbreaking part is that it's often not a specific disease, and it's not just old age. It's from eating the wrong, everyday foods. Do you ever wonder why your eyes feel weak, watery, or why the glare from headlights seems so much worse now, even though you don't spend hours on your phone or reading? It's very possible that the foods you think are healthy and nourishing are quietly damaging your vision day by day. But thankfully, it is not too late. Today, I want to share the 5 foods you need to stop eating right now if you want to protect your eyesight, if you want to keep seeing the faces of your loved ones, and see the world clearly for the rest of your life. The first dangerous food is leftover spinach, the silent vision killer. Spinach, that vegetable we all think is the absolute symbol of health, is actually one of the biggest secret threats to the eyes of older adults. Especially when you save the leftovers overnight and reheat them the next day. I once treated a woman in her 70s from a quiet town in Ohio. She told me her vision was getting blurrier and blurrier. Some mornings, she said it was like trying to look through a foggy window. There was no pain, no redness, nothing to warn her. Her eyesight was just slipping away. The strange thing was, she didn't use a smartphone and rarely watched TV. She was very diligent about eating her vegetables, especially spinach. And then it hit me. It was her sense of frugality, her habit of saving that leftover creamed spinach or spinach salad from dinner and eating it for lunch the next day. That was the culprit. Fresh spinach contains a lot of nitrates, which are natural and harmless. But after just one night, those nitrates convert into nitrites, a toxic compound that medical journals describe as a destroyer of microvessels. Nitrites attack the tiny blood vessels in your eyes, damaging the retina and increasing the risk of macular degeneration, a type of irreversible vision loss. Over time, it can even lead to blindness. But it doesn't stop there. Nitrites also affect your cardiovascular system, causing your blood pressure to drop suddenly, leading to dizziness, nausea, fatigue, and poor sleep. These are all symptoms that many older adults just blame on aging. I have to ask you honestly, is a small bowl of leftover spinach worth trading for the light in your eyes for the rest of your life? Please don't let this healthy green turn into the thief that steals the color from your world. If you've ever eaten leftover spinach, stop today. The second dangerous food is raw sprouts, the hidden trap in a healthy meal. Raw sprouts, especially alfalfa and bean sprouts, are a favorite for many health-conscious seniors, tossed in salads or added to sandwiches for that fresh, crunchy texture. But as a doctor with decades of experience, I have to warn you about this. Raw sprouts are one of the most unexpected sources of eye damage in older adults. Over my career, I've seen countless older patients complain about a gritty, sandy feeling in their eyes. They experience mild redness and their eyes water constantly, especially in the sun. When I ask about their habits, they don't use computers or read for long hours. But many of them share one thing in common, a habit of eating raw sprouts, thinking it's good for them. What they don't realize is that raw sprouts, even when washed, can harbor dangerous bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella. When these pathogens enter your body, they can cause low-grade inflammation in your microvessels, including those that feed your eyes. This restricts blood flow and leads to chronic eye fatigue and blurry vision. I often compare an older person's eye to a silver mirror. Time has already added a layer of dust. All it takes is a little bit of bacteria, a little less blood flow, and the reflection starts to dim very quickly. Besides the eyes, contaminated sprouts are a well-known cause of digestive infections, diarrhea, and persistent stomach pain, especially in those with weaker immune systems. Is it worth it, for just a handful of sprouts, to pay the price with dimming vision? From now on, if you eat raw sprouts, please remember what I've shared. The third dangerous food is wilted, slimy bagged greens, the fresh-looking food that hides a vision-destroying poison. You know what I'm talking about. That bag of pre-washed salad mix in your fridge. You see a few dark, slimy leaves, maybe a faint off smell. If you think to yourself, oh, it's just a little bit of wilt, I'll just pick out the bad leaves and wash the rest. I'm telling you, you are putting a toxin into your body that is silently destroying your optic nerve. I have seen lab reports on samples of wilted, bagged greens. They show the presence of bacteria and mold that produce incredibly dangerous toxins, especially when the leaves are bruised and stored in a moist, airtight plastic bag. The irony is that these greens, marketed as clean and convenient, are often chosen by seniors. But it's often older adults whose eyesight might already be fading who have the hardest time telling the difference between fresh and spoiled. The toxins from these spoiled greens don't just cause inflammation in the veins that nourish the eye. They also impact the central nervous system, leading to dizziness, blurred vision, headaches, and trouble concentrating, symptoms so easily mistaken for old age. I once had to warn a 72-year-old patient that her eye pain and the spiderweb-like floaters in her vision weren't from the weather, but from the stir-fries she made with wilted greens she bought on sale. She just looked at me, stunned, and said, "But I thought eating greens was good for my eyes." Greens are only good for you when they are fresh and clean. Just a handful of spoiled leaves can be the final straw that pushes your already fragile eyes into a state of decline. The fourth dangerous food is canned soup, the silent culprit behind vision loss and stroke. There's a food that, if eaten regularly for just a few months, is enough to turn your clear vision into a blurry mess. It makes it hard to see at night and makes daytime glare feel like a car's high beams. And the scariest part is, it doesn't look like a dangerous food. It sits on your pantry shelf, in a can, under the name canned soup. I'll never forget the look in the eyes of a man in his 80s from the Midwest who was hospitalized for fatigue, dizziness, and blurred vision. At the hospital, he told me at home, "I just eat a bowl of soup for lunch. It's easy to swallow." He ate it every single day, often instead of a real meal. Foods like canned soup, when processed and preserved for a long shelf life, contain an astronomical amount of sodium. This sodium, absorbed day after day, can attack the blood vessels in your heart and the tiny capillaries that nourish your eyes. It doesn't stop there. The constant high sodium intake increases the pressure inside your eye, known as intraocular pressure. This silently damages the retina, sometimes causing bleeding at the back of the eye, leading to permanent blindness with almost no warning signs. Many seniors, trying to avoid the hassle of cooking, turn to canned soups as a daily companion. But who would have thought that the simple, comforting meal was actually incubating a stroke waiting to happen in the middle of the night, or a morning where you wake up and see nothing at all? For an older person, every tiny capillary is like a single thread weaving the tapestry of your sight. Lose one thread, and your vision blurs. Lose many, and the light of your life slowly fades away. Please be cautious with canned soup. The fifth dangerous food is overdoing it on healthy greens, the good food that can lead to blurry vision. There's a paradox I always have to explain at community health talks. Not everything that's good for you is good for you in large amounts. And the food I have to mention most often is a category: high oxalate greens like spinach, Swiss chard, and beet greens. These vegetables are nutritional powerhouses, full of fiber and vitamins. But if you eat them too frequently, cook them too much, or eat large quantities day after day, these healthy foods can start to switch off the lights in your eyes. I was once speaking at a senior center in Florida. When I asked who here eats spinach or chard more than 3 times a week, almost half the room raised their hands. These greens contain a compound called oxalates. When you eat too much, it can bind with calcium in your body, preventing the absorption of other critical minerals for your eyes, like zinc and vitamin A. These are the very nutrients that protect your retina and prevent cataracts. When you're deficient, your eyes will feel blurry, watery, sensitive to light, and get tired easily after reading or looking at something far away. What's more, overcooking these greens can destroy their natural vitamin A, making that healthy side dish nutritionally empty. For a senior, every meal is a golden opportunity to absorb nutrients. If you miss that opportunity too many times, the consequences will show up in your eyes, your sleep, and your memory. Is it worth it to keep eating the same food over and over, only to one day find the world in front of you slowly fading away? You see, some of the things we've believed our whole lives are actually harming us. A bowl of leftover spinach, a salad with raw sprouts, a few wilted greens, a daily can of soup. These familiar habits can quietly weaken our eyes and dim our world. My goal isn't to scare you or make you follow some extreme diet. I just hope that, with this knowledge, you can make better choices to protect the most precious things you have, the light in your eyes and the clarity of your mind. But you might be asking, so what should I eat? Are there any vegetables that are good for my eyes, my heart, and my memory? Thankfully, the answer is yes, and it's not far away. It's right there in the produce aisle of your local grocery store. There are simple, affordable vegetables that are considered miracle foods for aging eyes, helping to keep your vision sharp, your mind clear, and your blood vessels healthy well into your 90s. Right now, I'm going to share the 4 vegetables you should be eating every day. You might be surprised to find you've been overlooking them all along. The number 1 best food is carrots. For sharp eyes, a healthy heart, and a strong memory, carrots are simple, cheap, and easy to find, but they hold a treasure trove of benefits. They are packed with beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, which is essential for vision. It protects the retina, improves night vision, and reduces the risk of macular degeneration and cataracts. The antioxidants in carrots also slow down brain cell aging, helping you stay sharp and fight the forgetfulness that often comes after 60. Carrots are also great for your heart, helping to lower bad cholesterol and improve blood flow. Just 1 carrot a day is enough to make your eyes feel brighter. The second best food is red bell peppers. A vibrant gift for bright eyes, a strong heart, and a sharp mind. You might think of bell peppers as just a colorful garnish, but they are a nutritional gem that seniors should eat several times a week. They are bursting with vitamin C and vitamin A, which protect the retinal cells, strengthen eye blood vessels, and reduce the risk of bleeding in the eye, a common issue for those with high blood pressure or diabetes. The vitamin C also helps clean your arteries, reducing the risk of stroke and keeping your mind clear. Red bell peppers are crunchy, sweet, and not spicy at all. You can slice them and stir-fry them with a little olive oil and garlic or roast them for a salad. They are delicious and incredibly healthy. The third best food is kale, the guardian of your vision and brain. If there's one vegetable that doctors in America and Europe call a golden food, For people over 60, it's kale. It's famous for a reason. A small handful of kale contains an exceptional amount of lutein and zeaxanthin, two crucial antioxidants that act like internal sunglasses, protecting your retina from damage and preventing macular degeneration and cataracts. People who eat kale regularly also have less inflammation, better memory, and more stable blood pressure. You can stir-fry it with garlic, or even better, blend it into a smoothie with a banana and some almond milk. It's a true superfood. The fourth best food is vine-ripened tomatoes. Nature's sunglasses for your golden years. Few people realize that a juicy, red tomato is one of the most effective natural protectors for an aging retina. The magic lies in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that fights the free radicals that damage our eyes. It slows down macular degeneration and cataracts. Lycopene also helps clean your arteries and stabilize blood pressure, which improves blood flow to the brain, boosting your memory. The best way to eat them is ripe and fresh. A simple tomato salad or adding them to your breakfast can make a huge difference. Just make sure to choose naturally ripened tomatoes, as their nutritional value is much higher. It's wonderful that you've followed along this far. Just by caring about what you eat, you are already doing something precious. I believe that every carrot, every pepper, every leaf of kale, and every tomato, if you choose it right and eat it right, can become a gentle medicine that helps you live not just a long life, but a healthy one. If you found this helpful, please consider sharing it with your family and friends. However, eating the right vegetables is not enough. Just one wrong cooking habit can undo all your good efforts. Right now, I will share 5 dangerous mistakes people make in the kitchen that could be stealing the light from your eyes. First mistake: boiling vegetables and throwing out the water. You're pouring out all the eye-saving vitamins. Many people have this habit. But when you boil vegetables like spinach, carrots, or kale, most of the water-soluble vitamins, like A and C, leach out into the water. Vitamin A and C are the 2 most important shields for your retina. When you pour that water down the drain, you are throwing away the most valuable part. Instead, use that water for a soup or a sauce. Second mistake: stir-frying on super high heat or with old oil. This burns away nutrients and creates toxins. Many people think high heat makes vegetables crisp and green. But extreme heat destroys sensitive vitamins like A, E, and K. Worse, if you reuse old frying oil, it creates harmful compounds that cause inflammation in your blood vessels and accelerate the aging of your retina. Cook on medium heat with fresh oil for just a few minutes. Third mistake: eating leftover vegetables that have been reheated multiple times. This is how toxins accumulate. When cooked greens are left overnight, they start to produce those dangerous nitrites I mentioned earlier. Eating reheated leftovers day after day allows these toxins to build up, causing inflammation, poor circulation to the brain, and blurry vision. It's best to cook just enough for one meal. Fourth mistake: using old, scratched aluminum or nonstick pans. You could be getting secret doses of heavy metals. When an old aluminum pot is worn down, it can release aluminum ions into your food. This metal can build up in the body and has been linked to nerve damage and memory loss. Similarly, a scratched nonstick pan can release harmful chemicals. It's best to use stainless steel, cast iron, or ceramic cookware. Fifth mistake: combining greens with calcium supplements the wrong way. This blocks the path for nutrients. As I mentioned, greens like spinach contain oxalates. If you eat them at the exact same time as a calcium supplement or a big glass of milk, the oxalates can bind to the calcium and prevent your body from absorbing either of them, along with eye-healthy vitamins A, D, and K. If you take a calcium supplement, wait at least 2 hours before or after eating a large portion of these greens. It's shocking, isn't it? Such small habits can have such huge consequences. So, what should you do after you eat to maximize the benefits? Here are 5 golden habits after a meal to keep your vision sharp and your body healthy. First, drink a glass of warm water with a few drops of lemon juice. This simple drink helps your body absorb the nutrients you just ate, especially vitamins A and C. It also aids digestion and helps flush out excess salt. Second, take a gentle 10 to 15-minute walk outside. After eating, blood rushes to your stomach. A light walk helps your circulation, pumping fresh blood and oxygen to your retina and your brain. The natural light is also like a vitamin for your eyes, helping them relax and adjust. Third, avoid screens right after you eat. Don't go from the dinner table straight to the TV or your phone. The blue light strains your eyes when your body is trying to digest. Give your eyes a rest for at least 30 minutes. Let them breathe. Fourth, gently massage the area around your eyes at night. Use your fingertips to gently rub in a circle around your eye sockets. This stimulates blood flow, reduces eye strain, and can even help you sleep better. It's a small, free gift you can give your eyes every day. And fifth, practice looking at things far away. Spend 5 minutes looking out a window at trees, clouds, or the horizon. Most of our day is spent looking at things up close. Looking far away relaxes the eye muscles, reduces pressure, and is like a gentle meditation for your eyes and your brain. My dear friends, your eyes are the lamps of your soul. Once that light begins to dim, the world dims with it. So please don't wait until it's too late. With just a few small changes, you are giving yourself the gift of clear sight for years to come. If what I've shared today has been helpful, please share this with others who you care about. Thank you for listening with your heart. I'll see you in the next video.